So what have you learned from the successes, and then maybe what have you learned from the ones that haven't been successes?
Again, as I said at the beginning, experience is making mistakes and learning from mistakes. And unfortunately, as students, you haven't made many mistakes yet. If you've gotten to Oxford at this point in your career, the biggest risk is you probably haven't screwed up a lot. And so, the risk of that is when data comes across your desk that's inconsistent with your being successful, you're less likely to pay attention to it than if you've made a few mistakes. So I encourage you to make some mistakes. Actually, I've made plenty over the course of my career, and I think I've been very successful over time, but it's not been a straight line up. In fact, if I were a stock, it would look something like this after business school, and then, and so the concern is whether this is coming, But so far, the overall trend has generally been positive, but there are certainly bumps along the way.
Outside of the ledger, and Bill, you being so frank about what worked and what didn't work, I think this is how we learn at a business school, because even though you may not have failed yet, us old guys typically have, and we have an opportunity to do that.
Actually, on failure, just for a second, I don't know, there are very few people, you look at the most successful people in the world, I know very few of them that haven't had a major failure. If you read through they're not the financially most successful people. If you read through the Forbes billionaire list and you read their stories, they've had failed businesses and they've lost everything and they've hung on they've almost died holding on to the ledge. What's his name? The guy on CBS and Sumner Redstone.
Redstone, yeah.
So there are lots of examples of people who had huge adversity. And I think it's how you deal with adversity that determines your ultimate success, as opposed to how you deal with success that determines your ultimate success. So that's one of the things I've learned.
Good lesson.
From JCPenney and otherwise.
Okay.